Are you looking for answers in love? Yes, it's time for another you and them reading. One spread for you, one spread for them. You might have but you might have your eye on somebody. You might be in a relationship, dreaded situationship. You might be wanting to psychically spy on your ex. It happens. Feel free to book one. 18 quid. Sale. If you want the really in-depth one, 40. Same day guaranteed. Or if you want something a bit more interactive, you can book phone and video chats. You either message me or preferably go via the link on my profile called Sunstore. Right, so one spread for you, one spread for them. Right, so oops, I've got the Hierophant come out, so I'm just going to give these another shuffle. And let's see what's cracking off. See if we can unpick this. See what type of connection we're looking at here. One more. Right, so we start off with the Hierophant. So the Hierophant's one of the divine masculines. Is divine masculine on a more spiritual base level. Now, I'm going zodiac with this. Relates to my star sign Taurus. So it feels like we're sticking to some kind of tradition, right? We then got the Ace of Wands. Wands fire action. Ace is bringing in new energy, not starting something new. So this is about reassessing, right? Long term. What's my long-term plan? What's my long-term goal? So what it feels like is you kind of, because sticking to some kind of tradition, if you're in a relationship, this is kind of sticking with it. It might not be the best thing to do. If it's that you're kind of waiting around for somebody, you're sticking to that. Now, what keeps people trapped in situationships is that their mind goes, oh, but I think they're my person. I've got that weird energetic thing. Just because you've got, just because you've got that weird energetic thing, it does not mean that person's your person. Now, if we're going down that road, then this collective is at least going, right, long term, what do I want? What do I want when it comes to a relationship? What is it what I want when it comes to my love life? So there's an awareness that you're stuck, right, basically. Now, the only way to break that is with this and going, I need to know my worth and value. Okay. 3 of Wands in the reverse, Wands fire action. So you're the chap there, turned your back on the past, about to take your first steps out into the great unknown. Okay, it's in the reverse position. You're being reluctant to go on a new path when it comes to your love life. Let's continue. Excuse the whining cat. She has started already. Right. Page of Wands in the reverse, Wands fire action. Page is more youthful energy. Court cards can be an energy within ourselves, can be the energy of somebody else around us. I'm going to say this is yourself. Now, the Page of Wands is about getting out there, dipping your toe in the water, trying new things. I don't think this is a relationship reading. I think this is somebody who's kind of stuck, situationshipy type energy. Right. Reverse position, reluctance to do that. And it's because you're sticking to this tradition of they're going to come back, something's going to change, masculine's going to do his healing and come back. No, don't worry like that. Right, 2 of Wands in the reverse. So this one's about making a plan moving forward. So you're the chap there, globing the hand, surveying the scenery. He knows what he wants, now making a plan about to get there. Well, you've only just starting to assess what is it that I want. The next step is to, so say, for example, if you were waiting around for somebody, there's no point. Get out there. You know what I mean? If by some miracle they are your person, well, they'll come back in divine timing. Don't waste your life. Right, overall outcome card. Knight of Swords. Swords are where we think, words we use. So knights don't have the knowledge or experience of the kings and the queens, more so than the pages, but they're more about forward motion. Now, this knight is rushing in, so it either talks about news coming in fast or expressing yourself. Hold fire on that one. Obstacles or blockages. 7 of Pentacles. Right, Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. That's what we're investing our time, efforts, and energy in. You're the chap in the garden here looking over the fruits or flowers. Not ready for harvest yet, needs to get to 10. In the upright position, though, it's going in the right direction. So he's pausing to look at that hard work and effort he's put in. Now, this is about deluding yourself that, well, they're not come back yet, but, if I keep plugging away, they're going to now, right? Removing any blockages. 7 of Swords in the reverse. Swords are where we think, words we use. So, tarot book version of this card talks about sneaky deceptive behaviour. He's stealing the swords, he's looking behind him, he's worried about getting caught out. Now, I go there like 2 times out of 10. 8 times out of 10 for me, this is the imposter syndrome card. I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, yada yada. It's in the reverse position. Maybe I can, maybe I should, maybe I will. what it feels like is that this collective is stuck on somebody, right? And they know that they need to make a change, but it's that classic thing of, yeah, but if I move on and I meet somebody else, what if later on down the line that person, that's my person, and it's no. I'm not sure about that Knight of Swords. We'll see in the next spread. Is this person coming back and expressing something, or is this you yet again coming and trying to go, oh, blah 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 blah, right? Right, so let's go on to them and let's see what's cracking off there. Right, so 2 of wands, one's fire action. So back again, but for them, it's in the upright position. So they're making plans. They're making plans for the future. All right, Temperance card. So the Temperance card for me talks about is with the alignment card. It's when our mind, body, soul's all in alignment. We know who we are, what we want, where we're going. It's going to be a bit odd. There we go. Get a bit closer. Angels also pour in train cups. So it talks about periods of self-love, self-care, self-healing. King of Cups. Cups, water emotions. King's masculine energy, Queen's feminine energy. In tarot, we talk about energy, not gender. Can be a man, woman, somebody non-binary. King of Cups is taking control on an emotional level. Is very much, I'm here for you, I love you, I support you, I've got your back. Right, so with them, it's either that they've kind of balanced their emotions, or if they're the feminine energy and you're the masculine energy, which would be rare, they've found a masculine energy, right? Let's continue. Right, we then got the Magician in the reverse. So the Magician in the upright position is the manifestation card, right? So when it's in the upright position, they're being given a chance to manifest something. It's in the reverse position, so it's on hold. It could be being blocked. 2 of Pentacles, Pentacles, Earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. Now, I'm not sure which way to go with this yet. So there's 1 of 3 ways that we can go with this. The first way is that things are a little bit chaotic. We've got the sea in the background with the boats bobbing up and down. He's obviously juggling the Pentacles. Way 2 is about weighing up choices and options moving forwards. Way 3 is Infinity Loop, Karmic Cycle. Right, overall outcome cards. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Right, so upright position, this is a collaboration card. We've got 3 characters here, I call the landowner, the builder, and the architect. They're all working together to build this beautiful cathedral. Different roles, different skill sets, same long-term vision. Reverse position, it's when there's some kind of frictional fallout. It can often be when we realize we're building somebody else's dreams, or yeah, it's just about realizing that we're not in an environment that we want to be in. Right, hold fire on that. Obstacles or blockages, this is often advice for you because I'm not reading for them. Judgment in the reverse. Right, so this talks about either internal or external judgment. What this feels like is that you're not judging yourself worthy of more. Okay, sadly, it happens all the time. If you get knocked back, just accept it. It's not nice. Nobody likes being knocked back. I've been knocked back loads. But it's about going. I've chucked my hat into the ring. Obviously, they're not interested. That's perfectly fine. I'll move on. You know what I mean? And it's when we don't judge ourselves worthy of more. That's when we get stuck in this waiting energy. All right, removing any blockages. Ace of Wands, Wands fire action. So it's back again. You need to focus on this, right? So what this feels like is, I'm not going to lie to you, I think that you're going to end up causing a little bit of trouble for this person. So I'm going to stick with what I was saying there in regard to you're waiting around. You've got into waiting energy. You know that you need to break this cycle, but you've got into waiting energy. I think the Knight of Swords is you rushing in and saying something to this person. In the meantime, they're making plans. They've found their alignment. They've got into King of Cups energy, or they've found their King of Cups. Because you're waiting around, I kind of feel just by that kind of, I think that you're probably trying to manifest this person back, and that's being blocked. That's being blocked because this person's not your person. The universe is going, no. Right. And that's keeping this kind of karmic cycle going. The universe isn't going to bring this person back for you. I think that you're going to start going, why isn't the manifestation working? Why isn't the love spells working? So then you're going to rush in and say something, and all that's going to do for them is cause some agitation and some irritation with whatever's going off for them, because I think that potentially they've definitely moved on. Whether or not they've found somebody or not, I don't know. But the fact that you come in and say something, that's just going to crystallize for them that would never work. You know what I mean? Because they don't want somebody who's going to do that. They don't want somebody who's going to be trying to manifest them in. No, not fair, not right. So yeah, what you need to accept is, and this is the stinger, but this is what you need to hear. They're just not that into you. They're just not that into you. I'm sorry. Work on your self-worth and value. You're not judging yourself worthy enough. Get out of that imposter syndrome. Find yourself, do that healing, move on. There'll be somebody out there for you, I promise you. This person's not your person.